Since President-elect Donald Trump secured his return to the Oval Office, discussions on abortion rights have turned into questions about the GOP's agenda.
And although we are in a blue state, experts say it's too early to gauge how much the states will get in the matter once Republicans take control of the House, Senate, and presidency.
Western Mass News reporter Amanda Martin-Ryan getting answers on which scenarios Bay Staters should be ready to deal with and how some have already begun planning.
We will always stand up for people's rights and freedoms, where women will have control over their own health care decisions.
That's the promise Governor Maura Healey made to Bay Staters during election week. But are fears of women losing reproductive freedoms justified here in Massachusetts? Well, advocates on both sides of the aisle are seeing eye to eye. It's a very real possibility.
I think there's some things that the Trump administration can do that from a federal level that would be, I think, very effective. Such as, going back to the FDA, having a Trump FDA, banning the abortion pill, for example.
We are concerned about what Donald Trump is going to do in a new administration. He does pose an existential threat to abortion access in every single state, including in Massachusetts.
Massachusetts Family Institute, a Christian nonprofit supporting the right to life, and Reproductive Equity Now, a pro-choice organization spread across the state, are both looking to the same avenues in which the Trump administration can scale back reproductive rights without giving states a say. Those avenues are what the Attorney General's office has already prepared to battle in court, as they told us in an off-camera conversation. They shared the top 3 scenarios they're focusing on. A federal ban on emergency contraceptives like mifepristone, a reinstatement of the 1873 Comstock Act, making it illegal to mail abortion medications or instruments, and a redefining of EMTALA, or the Emergency Medical Treatment and Labor Act, which requires hospitals to provide enough care to stabilize a patient. While President Biden affirmed abortions are stabilizing care, President-elect Trump may change the guidance so abortions can only be considered stabilizing care in life or death situations. If Trump's administration, including the Department of Justice and the Attorney General, seek any of these avenues, Massachusetts Attorney General Andrea Joy Campbell says her office is, quote, prepared to use all of the tools at our disposal to protect our constituents when necessary, per an official statement provided to our newsroom. But Reproductive Equity Now says concern has been heightened not just because of possible federal policies, but also amplified rhetoric of pro-life advocates. Phrases circulating on social media like, your body, my choice, in part why they're advising women in the Bay State to protect their digital privacy now, just in case.
That means not, for example, tracking your period on a menstrual app. It also means using encrypted messaging apps like Signal if you're talking about accessing abortion care or contraceptive care. It means limiting what you share on social media.
Recently in Boston, a men's anti-abortion march was met by pro-choice counter-protesters, leading to the arrests of 14 people. We asked Massachusetts Family Institute if pro-life demonstrations like this indicate a turning of the tides for the state.
We think the future is very bright. We were encouraged to see the shift here in Massachusetts. We believe, President Trump can do some amazing things from a federal level, even to protect life here in Massachusetts.
The AG's office was candid during our conversation, saying it's anybody's guess how the issue will unfold after January 20th. But what people are doing to prepare now may offer the best insight. As shown from exit polls, one of the largest voting blocs with a notable shift to the right was young men. So we went to the place with arguably the biggest population of that demographic in Western Mass, UMass Amherst.
We're all kind of preparing for the worst but hoping for the best.
President of the Student Government Association at UMass, Colin Humphreys, says anxiety on campus has far outweighed the sense of relief conservative students have. Humphreys, a political science major, tells Western Mass News that his administration is doing what they can to ease the tension.
We've already taken a couple preemptive measures. We released a statement. We already passed a resolution reaffirming our commitment to protecting DEI here on our campus. And as I mentioned before, we are working on funding a contraceptive vending machines.
There's no denying fear in the unknown, but Bay Staters can find solace in the preemptive measures already being taken, along with Governor Healey's continued affirmations.
We know that Project 2025 is out there, and he's given us a playbook. That said, we don't know what he's going to implement yet, but I stand ready to protect Massachusetts.